I've been working on behalf of this community in many capacities. As a legislative aide in the State House, as an urban public school teacher, as an advocate for women running for political office across our country, but also here in Massachusetts. I've organized for equal marriage rights, for youth services, for elections reform here in Massachusetts. And I'm running because through all of these capacities, I see very clearly that we have both the need, but also the opportunity to do more for our district and for our communities. I believe there are two important levels of change at stake in this election. One, we face some serious challenges in our neighborhoods today. We have young people that are shooting each other, sometimes in the full light of day, because we have failed to equip them with better ways to build self-respect. We have public schools that are faltering under the weight of underinvestment and low expectations. We have healthcare costs that are going up and up. We have economic development that is not reaching those who need it most in our city. And we have housing that is out of reach for working families and individuals. Change is possible on all of these issues, though. We can lower class sizes and boost parental involvement with sufficient political will. We can reinstate the anti-youth violence programs that worked in the 1990s. It is within reach. We can control healthcare costs. We can reduce our carbon emissions. We can change the way that we do economic development investments so that it's building shared prosperity rather than polarized wealth. But winning all of these policy changes depends on the second kind of change that's at stake in this election. And that change is about rebuilding people's confidence in government and in our elected leaders, to in turn rebuild people's willingness to invest in our public sector. And, you know, conventional wisdom has had it that young people in particular are deeply cynical about politics and politicians and even the democratic process. And to be fair, you know, we were. For a generation that has grown up in post-Watergate politics, I mean, the evidence has stacked up quite damningly, right? Iran-Contra and massive Reagan-era budget deficits and Monica Lewinsky and Jack Abramoff and Halliburton and Elliot Spitzer and the Big Dig. I mean, it had become naive to expect anything more from politics. But there was also this quiet truth that we have just begun to say out loud with the advent of the Patrick and the Obama campaigns. And that truth is that deep down, we do all wish for something better. Yeah. We do. Deep down, we all have a patriotic streak that yearns for something to be proud of and something to be a part of. Deep down, our generation wants a John F. Kennedy that will say to us without irony, ask not what your country can do for you. We want a civil rights movement of our own that taps into the best of American ideals and gives us something to be proud of. And we look at pictures of Bobby Kennedy and Cesar Chavez, and albeit it might be in Apple computer ads, but we look at them and we crave a time when we were proud of our leaders and we had confidence in them and they had confidence in us. I am running because no voter, whether at the national or the state or the local level, should have to choose between the policy positions that she cares about and high standards for ethics and accountability. It harms the progressive agenda when we ask voters to do this, because it drives people away from participating in voting and in policy advocacy. And if we mean to win smaller class sizes and universal health care and reduced carbon emissions and environmental stewardship, we need more people to check in rather than checking out. This district is looking for new leadership. We have an opportunity to answer that call. We have an opportunity to rebuild in our very own city, to rebuild government into something that our neighbors can be proud of rather than a dirty word. And you know, government is, after all, is the place where we solve problems together, that we experience together. And that is an amazing, inspiring thing. So I want nothing more than to get in there, get to work, solving those problems, creating the change that we need. So I ask you tonight to be that change with me. Become a supporter of this campaign tonight, sign up with us, come out on the campaign trail with us, and on September 16th we will send a loud message that we want to keep being inspired. Thank you so much.